God that you are blessed.
All of this would not be possible if we didn't have a man of vision. When he started in his living room 13 years ago with 6 adults and 6 children, he had a vision. He preached in his living room just like he's preaching now because God gave him a vision.
What I'm trying to let everybody know, while you're moving, the blessings are coming up on you. That's why I tell anybody, you don't have to kiss up to nobody. You don't have to chase no money. The money is going to come after me. And you believe in God,
There's always going to be opposition. There's always going to be somebody around that says, it don't take all of that. Or you should be over it by now. Or get over it. They're not walking in your shoes. You don't know what people have to deal with when they come to church. You don't know how hard it is for people to get up every morning and go through their day after day after day after day after day, dealing with the same thing.
really want change. You gotta do something different. You gotta make some noise. Cry out to God. Open your mouth. Open your mouth.
Do you believe it's been 13 years, Ray?
Wow.
13 years of what?
13 years the House of Judah been in existence, Doc.
Wow.
Do you remember, babe? We started at East Elmhurst.
In our living room with the green chairs.
No, the swivel bar stool, better yet.
No, I got something better. I got better
What?
than that.
What?
That's where we had children's church in Christine.
I know.
In my room.
Wait, she not only did we have children's church, she was actually the children's church teacher.
And she's still mad at me today.
I know. Oh well, Deanna Joy should be mad anyway. Let's move on. But after that, when what? We'll fill you in.
Yeah,
And
you
that,
wasn't around yet, right? But we had church at the Seaton's
the
house.
Seaton's house, yep.
Yeah,
Remember?
Was
Yeah,
everyone
yeah.
yet then?
She was Chicky. Deanna
no.
Joy was Chicky then, right?
Yeah,
Okay, I know.
That's when Giselle used to shout.
Yep,
And I was scared she was gonna break her vase.
I know.
No.
Right. And then we stayed there for like a couple of months, and then where did we go?
We went to the bridge
The bridge-
on Springfield Gardens.
I know, remember that?
Oh yeah.
Mike
Mike
Carrick and Tone carrying the sound system.
That's what Pastor Allen thought. Antonio was homeless.
I remember that. That
Was
was
everyone
funny.
yet then?
You weren't born yet.
No,
Wait
yeah,
a second.
you didn't feel it,
You
you
weren't
didn't feel
born
it.
yet.
Then we went from the bridge home to Jamaica Avenue.
Right.
To make 180-09.
That's when the church started.
No, really. That's where you really started preaching now. For real.
Yeah. I was in prison.
Not yet.
Couple more years. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's when I started preaching. That's when the church grew.
That is true. That
They
is
grew to
true.
like maybe 40, 45
That
members.
is true. That is
Yeah.
true.
And that was the best storefront looking church ever.
That's
We
true.
converted-
Beautiful.
We converted that
From a,
funeral home to a sanctuary.
that's true.
That's
It was good.
amazing.
We had children's church. We had a fellowship hall. We had a kitchen.
Yeah.
That's
Remember?
right. And I had my little office.
And you had your little office
And
on the
storage
side.
space.
And storage space. That's what's the
What
matter?
happened?
You a boy. You a boy.
Yes!
You're the little guy.
You the little
But
guy.
do you remember Kevin, Antonio, and those guys used to bring?
Pull down the
During
gate.
the winter time,
When the gate was frozen.
it was frozen.
They did.
That was common.
That was
They
good.
were faithful though.
They were
Yes.
faithful,
were
absolutely.
faithful.
Don't forget Aaron. Aaron was part of that.
Yeah,
mix, too.
Aaron
That's
was
true.
part of
That's
it.
true.
Yeah,
Aaron came along
Derek,
board.
all those guys.
Yep, that is
I had
true.
some strong, committed guys.
And
No.
they're still here.
And they're still here. What?
13
But now
years.
they're married. After that, we moved to.
We're here.
2007. June
54,
2007.
52 Atlantic Avenue.
Wow. Judah, we want you to know that we really, really appreciate you. Thank you for all that you do. You've been faithful for 13 years.
13 years of ministry. Judah, happy 13th church anniversary. Thank you for your support, your ministry, and all that you do to make this ministry what it is today.
We want you to know, Judah, you rock.
Judy, you rock.
You're on.
Judah, you rock.